What's up? Got a Artisan Cutlery. Yeah, let's get in here. Let's take a look at it. Artisan Cutlery. They come in these little Crown Royal bags. Oh, I'm a sick individual, man. What we got here? Oh, look at this. This is old school Saturday night. Dagger, man. That's what this looks like. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's heavy. Yeah, substantial piece. I'm guessing this is all steel here. Look at this blade, man. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wow. This thing. How cool is that knife? And it is substantial. It's heavy. Got a needle. Oh, that lock bar. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to be flicking this a lot. I mean, look, it left a dent in my finger. Oh, man. I hope I can do something with that. Wow, that is stiff. Really good. Rough texture. Yeah. On this G10. Meh. We'll see. I mean, wow, that lock bar, man, look at what it did. That may be the hardest lock bar that I've mashed in a while. I'm not even going to do it again. We're going to get in this one quick. Woo, stiff detent. Yeah, but pretty interesting blade. Overall. Feels like we got some Loctite going on here. But it must be the good stuff because it came loose pretty relatively easy. What do we got here? Okay, this back one, or is this one all the way through? Nah, it looks like the back one. I'll just pull them both. Get them out of my way. One itty bitty little screw. Yeah, I feel things coming apart. Why am I not able to get this screw? I mean, what is the deal? There we go. I think I felt the knife come apart. I mean, wow. Look, did you see that spring? I mean, holy moly. Look at, man. On its own, it wants to go all the way across the blade. Yeah. So it makes me wonder if we've got lock rock issues here. If this blade's going to rock if it doesn't have that much tension on it. Because why would you tune it to that? What are we doing? There must be a hidden screw underneath this scale. Let me take a peek. Yeah, I mean, it's suspect to be that tight. It makes me think there's a reason for it. Man, this is not. I better do that correctly. I'm going to get my little adapter for my T6 bit and put it in something that I can get some leverage with. You know, this is a really nice driver, but it's thin, so trying to torque with it, I just can't do it as well as like this thicker handle. There we go. Yeah, there's one hiding back here. Holding it all down, holding down the fort. Okay. I mean, look at how much tension's on this lock bar. Hopefully, it's going to allow us to take some of that out. And this has a bunch of that sticky grease in it. I mean, hopefully we can improve all this. Get this bolster off. Yeah, look at this sticky, funky grease. It's everywhere. It's all in the bearings, up on the blade. Yeah, come on. I'm going to be hopeful, but I think the issue is going to come down to, is all that tension stroked on there because of lock rock. Some lock rock issue going on. And normally I wouldn't strip all this because there isn't any oil, but that grease is everywhere. It's just, funky town. I got a video, I got a short dropping with funky town running in the background. I have no idea how I landed on that, man. I think what it was, because, I try to theme that short music. Like, I have fun picking that short music. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's not fun. Because I'm tired. I'm trying to get videos done. And then I got to find just the right spot on a track. And, man, I can spend a lot of time messing with that music on those shorts. And, but mostly it's fun. Mostly I enjoy it. And I think the knife that it's on, I'm kind of revealing myself, but I think there was something funky about the knife. And so I was trying to find tunes for it. And the word funky just kept coming up in my head. And so sure enough, that's the song I landed on. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, a little insight into my behind the scenes fun madness, Of course, my crew walks by when I'm doing it. They're all shooting me sideways, like, what are you doing? It's like, won't you take me to Funky Town? And they're like, stop it. I mean, honestly, internally, I'm thinking, stop, bro. Just stop. Turn the music off. Step away from the... Yeah. It was fun, though. It does have good guitar riffs, man. Like, it wasn't all hideous and horrible. There's actually kind of a solid beat running through that thing. Expand yourself, man. Try new stuff. Funky music, Oh, hands healing up, finally. My hand's healing, my gunshot hand, but then my index finger, it's like, somehow it's got a residual injury hovering. It's the weirdest thing ever, but golly, the tendon through here, using this finger, it's just crazy painful. I can't explain it, but I just know it exists, and I'm having to compensate for it. Oh man, that lock bar is so tight. I'm going to let that dry off, and I'll come back and adjust that before we put it together. Lots of skeletonization going on here. Trying to do some weight reduction. And it needs it because the bolsters, the liners, everything is just heavy metal, man. Yep. Heavy metal noise. All right, almost there. I mean, it's funky. It took almost 10 minutes to just disassemble and clean it up. Let's work on this lock bar. I mean, wow. I'm going to take half of that out of there for sure. And then if I have to work back on it, I'll work back. I'll take it apart and put some back in it. I'm going to try that right there. Let's put it together. Get ourselves going back the other way. I think the bolster probably got to go on first. Should be this one. Yeah, that looks right. And one of these tiny little screws here. Like so. I mean, that actually does not look right because that hole isn't covered. Is this one wider? Nah, this one wouldn't even go. So it's got to be that one. I wonder if I'm just not centered properly. I don't know. It looks pretty good. We'll see as it comes together. If it's off, it'll force me to correct. Let's get the scale on. What is this? Is this the same? Because nah, this one seems really tiny. Okay, that's the internal one, and it's got to go on before I put these on. Okay, calm down. I do remember I didn't do the washers. Yep, let me do them. Okay. Be dropping those screws. All right, had a little break there. Let's get back at it. What are we doing here? Let's get the pivot in. Shows to be captured. Yeah, it is. It's captured in that other scale, sure enough. Okay, this looks correct. Got some spacers here. I didn't pay attention to any of this. One of these is a stop pin. Is it that one? Or is this... That's the spacer. And this is the other spacer back here for the back spacer. Yep. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then this is definitely the stop pin right there for sure. All right, bearing. And a little dippity-do, a little drop will do ya. That feels pretty good. And the other one. Lots of Loctite in that pivot. And then I think I can go on with this. I'm going to put a little bit on that racetrack right there. Yeah, I think I can go down with this now and get the one screw that captures right here, which is this little tiny one. And then I should be able to hold it down and get the other side. Yeah, of course it's spinning like crazy. Let me close that blade. Try to hold all this together as a unit. Oh, wrong screw. That's why it's doing that. I thought I grabbed the right one, but I didn't. It's this little dude right here. and then another one on the other side. That one's cinched right up. And now that one. So we're pretty well together, I would think. Got me in enough of an awkward position there, but I think we're solid. There we go. There it is. Let's get this bolster on. And by putting that on, I should be able to put the pivot on. Pivot screw. Need an extra set of hands or a helper or something. This is surgery, man. All right, there we go. Yeah, all together. Looks centered even. All right, I don't need that adapter because I can go to this now. I'm not going to be dealing with anything that's super hard. Make sure these are tight. I think my pivot's a little too tight. Oh, that's 1,000,000% better. Yeah, it's got some wobble in it now. I felt it right there. A little more hydraulic. Oh, that lock bar is still really tough, man. It's getting better. May just need to like preemptively work it. Put some tension on it here before I put that scale back on. A little bit of rock. I better check this before I finish the assembly. I mean, look, there's still a mountain of screws and stuff that's got to go together here. Make sure we're not a fail. Yeah, okay. I mean, I didn't expect it to fail. It's almost the whole lock bar is still on the back of the blade. So I think we've made a huge improvement here, but let's put it together and then we'll know. It's the knife's kind of awkward without the scales, all the sharp metal and, so we'll get all the pieces and parts put back together. Yep, one of those. And another one of those. And another one of those. Actually, I think that one goes there. And then those three long ones go towards the back in the pocket clip. Get it all lined up, and then while I have this off, I'm going to put just a little bit of tension on that, because if you remember when I snapped it, I kind of went meh. Wasn't a lot of tension going on there, and there ain't no sense going through all this without just adding a little bit of tension. So all I did was I'm closing the gap between here and here, which when that screws down, it'll add tension to that pocket clip. Don't need that anymore. This can get tricky sometimes because the screw gets magnetized, and then it's like playing, what was that game? Operation. Because you got to get it in there without touching the sides. Because if you touch the sides, the screw wants to stick to them. What a goofy game that was. Was it the shin bone or whatever? I remember the wishbone, the shin bone. Yeah, this is going to give me fits, I can tell. So that spacer is spinning in there. There, I got it. Ooh, thank you. Yeah, it's gotta go in that back hole, because otherwise that wouldn't hold. Yeah, I think it's gonna go now. Okay. Whew, come on, man. Golly. making me put my work in here. But inevitability, Mr. Smith, or no, Mr. Anderson. Oh, man, that's a lot of screws, a lot of stuff going on. All right, now let me see what's up. I mean, better. It's not fall shut, but it's pretty hydraulic, pretty smooth. Have I even mentioned the name of this knife? Like, I'm going on, and I don't even think I've covered the name. It's a 1802P BKF. All right, I got to look up the name so at least I can call it by name once, right? That lock bar threw me for a loop. I mean, I probably could take a little more tension out of that, but I think it's running okay. You know, is it as smooth as some of my finest knives? No, but it's pretty good. I'm good with it. Yep. Is it only because you don't want to take it apart again? No, that's not it, man. It's pretty solid action right now. Yeah, I mean, it's in D2 steel. I see that. But what's the name of this piece? So the listed name is Classic Linerlock. That's the name, Artisan Cutlery name. And then it's got that number designation. Yeah, let's talk about this action. So, I mean, I'm probably going to give it like a C. Like it's average at best. Yeah. The lock bar is still, I mean, it's cut out and it's got a scallop here, but it's still really stiff. Now, could I make it better even more? I mean, I probably could. You know what? I'm going to do it off camera. Okay. Well, I had the pocket clip on the wrong side anyway, so I had some disassembly to do. And so now this thing functions like a respectable knife. I just had to take a little more out of it, and the lockup on it is still really good. No issues, no failures, and almost drop shut action. I can feel the bearings rolling, so my guess is through use, this thing will just smooth up and be like glass. Yeah, it was just way over tensioned for some reason, but it didn't need to be. Yeah, and it's functioning now. And this, with this scallop and this cutout, the access is easy, and the tension on that is easy. So yeah, so it's easy to do it. Ergonomics. Let's move to ergonomics. I mean, fair piece of tuning, fair warning. I mean, if you pick one of these up, if it's anything like this one, the amount of tuning that went into it, I mean, it wasn't difficult though. I just bent the lock bar over a little bit. You know, I mean, what was I going to do? Make a mountain out of a molehill. That just took me a couple of times. Honestly, it's the assembly and disassembly. The knife's got a lot of screws and components and pieces, and yeah. All right, ergonomics. So in hand, the pocket clip, I can sense it back here. If I go this way with just a full strong grip, you know, there's not so confident, very confident. Well, this grip here, you know, comes all the way up overconfident, starts moving towards very confident, especially with that needle, you know, poker of a blade, this thing will come forward pretty easily. Great finger guard with some jimping on the back. So, I mean, locked in. It's just, there is a couple of hot spots. I feel this in the palm of my hand, and I feel the clip. Both of them are kind of digging in. But it's not made to be a slicer, so the chances of doing this all day with this knife are pretty slim. This is a throw it in your knife going to the bar on a Saturday night type deal. Throw it in your pocket. Did I say throw it in your knife? I don't know, man. Yeah. So, I mean, the ergonomics are okay, but there are some hot spots. You can go here with this knife, and this is, it's got an amazing platform. So this reverse stab down with the thumb cap in it is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, let's run that pocket clip. I think it's going to run just fine, but we'll prove it out. Yeah, thick stuff, it's over, and yep, even with the little cap screws, catching it, excellent tension. So it's not recessed, and it's got them little cap screws, but it run just fine on that thick stuff, which means I should have pretty good expectation here on standard jean size material. Yep, good grip. My spot back here in that back pocket. Yep, and it's got this nice cutouts to grab, gives you good texture, good grip. So, yeah, good pocket clip. Let's check for safety. Yeah, I can't get the blade there, and the tip is recessed down in there, and it's not exposed. So the tip's good, the clip's good, and I'm confident I could put this in my pocket without incidental blade contact. Yeah, pretty nice. I wonder if it is sharp. Let's check it. Got some phone book paper here. I mean, it's pretty good, but I'm going to strop it. So as soon as I put it on the strop, I could feel a bumpy edge. And so if it's just burrs, we should be good now. Yeah. Yeah. Nice and sharp. Need a little strop. Not a big deal. Had some micro burrs or something on there. Price and availability. Where can I find one, and what do I got to pay for it? Okay, so the spot for this is on Amazon. I'll put a link down below. If you go to the description on the video, there'll be an Amazon affiliate link. If you use that affiliate link and you purchase the knife, or if you use that link to get into Amazon and buy anything, they'll pay me 10 cents or something. It's not a lot of money, but, 10 cents is 10 cents, man. But that's the place to go. Now, listen, so I didn't know this, but this knife has several versions. There's a version that's in S35 VNs and titanium. Like, this thing's legit. This is the budget version right here. It's just right around $50 for this version. And the S35 VN version looks to be right around $100. There's black and white G10 scales. There's another really aggressive pattern. I think I saw a tan version. There's a lot of versions of this, and there's a red version. I saw a red one. So click the link below, and it'll take you to Amazon. You should be able to see all these right here. Anyways, yeah, Artisan Cutlery. What did I say? It's a classic Linerlock. Classic Linerlock. Appreciate y'all watching.